Hi, and welcome to the Ask Dr. Angela show with everyone's favorite OBGYN, Dr. Angela Jones. Have you ever been just too embarrassed or shy to ask your own doctor a question about your, private stuff? Well, you have come to the right place to get straight answers. Feel free to ask Dr. Angela anything women's health related. OBGYN, she keeps it real. Pregnancy, she knows what you're expecting. Whole body health, just ask. Dr. Angela has you covered, girl. And now here is Dr. Angela.
What's good, people? This is Dr. Angela, everyone's self-proclaimed favorite OBGYN, and I would like to welcome you to episode 11 of the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. Before we jump into today's podcast, I just got to tell you, I am dog tired. I've been doing these cross-training system workouts with my wife, and they have been kicking my ass, for lack of a better term. Look better, feel better, be better. We are definitely taking that to a whole new level in my household. I certainly believe in leading by example, so exercise, it hurts so good. Anyway, let's get right into today's question. Today's question is coming to us from Big Don from Cincinnati, Ohio. Big Don, what you got for us today?
Dr. Angela, I was wondering, what are the benefits of artificial insemination versus a natural, consummation? My name is Donald Jones from Cincinnati, Ohio. Love to hear back from you.
First of all, Big Don, thank you so much for taking time out of what I'm sure is a very busy schedule to submit your question to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. I'm just over the moon with excitement that some of our male listeners are submitting questions to the podcast. With regards to your question, that's a fantastic question. Artificial insemination versus natural consummation. Well, just right off the bat, natural consummation certainly is a lot more fun, wouldn't you say? However, having said that, there are many reasons that folks resort to artificial insemination. Certainly, it could be a male fertility problem. One thing that you need to know is that 30% of infertility is male factor. That's one of the reasons why when we have a woman that comes in for issues with fertility, we tell her to bring her man in so he can provide us with the sample of his boys so we can analyze them and see what's up. With regards to male infertility, some of the more common things that come up are low sperm count, issues with motility, i.e. the sperm just isn't strong enough to make that long journey, battling through the cervix, sometimes hostile cervical mucus through the uterus and, meeting the egg in the fallopian tube only to migrate back and implant into the uterus. Boom. From a female perspective, artificial insemination can be used for a couple of different reasons. Anything ranging from the most obvious. You have a woman that doesn't have a boyfriend, a husband, whatever, and she's interested in having kids on her own. Secondly, perhaps she has a condition like endometriosis where there's significant scarring that serves as kind of an impedance to sperm and egg meeting. Certainly, with regards to all of the different options that are available to folks that are having issues with fertility, artificial insemination is probably one of the cheapest. Big Don, I'm hoping that provided a little bit of clarity for you, and hopefully that was an adequate response to your fantastic question. For your taking the time to submit a question to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast, someone will be reaching out to you to gather your information so that we can send you one of our bomb-ass t-shirts. For those of you who would like to submit a question to the podcast, please go to www.askdrangela.com. Click on the microphone and do what you do. If we feature your question on the podcast, we will send you one of our bomb-ass t-shirts. In closing, today's inspirational thought comes to us from Dr. Martin Luther King. He said, "If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward." Thank you so much for joining us for episode 11 of the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. Until next time, look better, feel better, be better. Can't wait to see you for episode 12.
Thank you for listening to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. For more information on women's health and the show notes for this episode, please visit Dr. Angela at www.askdrangela.com. While you're there, don't forget to leave your own message for Dr. Angela. See you soon! All of the information provided and discussed in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and should not take the place of consulting a physician. This podcast is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases or illnesses and does not and should not replace treatment for a medical professional. Listening to and participating in this podcast does not create a doctor-patient relationship between you and Dr. Angela Jones. If you need medical advice or assistance, you should consult a physician. Listening to and participating in this podcast is subject to the terms and conditions posted at drangela.com/terms.